Man, I uh I don't really know how to say this, but I think this is the first Monday I've had ever since like doing these videos where for whatever reason I just feel like completely like exhausted. Oh, that's embarrassing. Hold on a second. It's almost like I had like a little microphone over. She's like, oh, I got rid of that tag. It's weird. Um, yeah. Well, that's a way to start a video now, isn't it? But yeah, I guess it shows I really am that tired. I mean, didn't even notice that tag was out there. I guess one I had like gotten rid of it. Or wait, now I want to see if it's one of those tags which like do not remove under penalty of law or something. Like I'm sure it's really not that big of a deal. I mean, it's a tag. Although I guess you could say it's probably the closest thing I've ever had to a wardrobe malfunction on camera. I mean, yeah, probably is. Um, so yeah, I know I said I would try and like get to a new episode of Watching Wano, but considering that we're not going to get a new episode of One Piece that's actually relatively canon until like August 10th or whatever, I think I'll probably I want to like space out the third episode of Watching Wano, but it is going to be coming. I just gotta find a way to space it out from from now until again like mid-August. Although that does remind me, this is the last week that Tony R's is going to be open. If you need if you want to go, a gift card you want to use or whatever, do it now because after Saturday, that's it. That will be all she wrote. At least it's weird. It says it's always weird whenever a store says like whether it's like permanently closing or like closing for the season. They always say like our last day is going to be on this day, and that's like is it actually going to be open on that last day, or is it starting on that day? Boom, you're closed. Sometimes like I never really got that. It's weird, but it is what it is. Let's see. Oh, yeah. So it completely dawned on me, like as I was working out this morning, that like holy cow, we're gonna get the NFL top 100 players of 2019 or whatever. Like this is gonna be awesome. I can't wait to see who's there. I mean, I'm sure. Well, I mean, let's be honest. The NFL has a lot of good players, but it's I mean, it's the NFL top 100. These were chosen, for the players by the players. This is pretty big stuff. I can't wait to see who made what sort of cut or whatever. Should be pretty interesting. I mean, me and my Dallas Cowboys, we actually did rather well toward the end. I mean, by the time we got to the playoffs, we were a real contender. So, I mean, in terms of players that I'd like to see, well, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to try and be fair. I'm going to try and make predictions as to who is going to be on the NFL Top 100. Oh, here's the thing. Like, this thing lasts about 10 weeks, so yeah, it's going to be like the first week of football when we get to number one. That should be fun. I mean, so as not to show bias, I'm going to try not to mention the names of any of my Dallas Cowboys, just because, I mean, don't worry, I wouldn't be like, oh, well, I think 53 out of 100 of them should be my Dallas Cowboys. It's not going to be that way. I would not do that. I mean, don't get me wrong, every team has a lot of great players, but there's no way an entire 53-man roster will ever be on the NFL Top 100. That is never going to happen. But in terms of players who are not my Dallas Cowboys that I like to see, I mean, I have to say that, Saquon Barkley got Rookie of the Year, so he's definitely going to be on there somewhere. number one overall pick, Baker Mayfield, the year before, he basically is now the face of the Cleveland Browns. Jarvis Landry, who also went from Miami to play for Cleveland, turned into a really great wideout for or receiver for Baker Mayfield, so he should probably be on there. Let's see. Darius Leonard, who got Defensive Rookie of the Year, even though a certain Wolf Hunter should have gotten it, but whatever. He'll probably be on there. I'm trying to think of rookies so far. That's why I'm only saying names of rookies this year. Although even though I'm not going to mention my Cowboys, even though yes, Wolf Hunter should be on there as well. In terms of veterans, I mean, you're going to get some of the usual suspects. You're going to get Travis Kelce. You're probably going to get several people in the New England Patriots like Stephon Gilmore, Gronk, Edelman. They're going to be on there. Khalil Mack, who had a big year playing for Chicago. He'll be good. A whole bunch of people from the Saints. Cam Jordan, Marshawn Lattimore, Alvin Kamara, Drew Brees. They should all be on there in some capacity. Probably Adam Thielen and Stephon Diggs from the Vikings. Again, I'm not saying I'm not saying what order they're going to be in. Personally, if I had to pick number one, actually I'll get into that in a second. I don't want to say who I think number one is going to be. But, so Adam Thielen, Stephon Diggs, Everson Griffin, Harrison Smith, those guys from the Vikings, they should be on there somewhere. Probably, local, not local, but definitely from my area. Well, not even from my area, from Binghamton. Chandler Jones from the Cardinals. He should be on there somewhere. I'd love to see Tyrann Mathieu on there. JJ Watt, it's JJ Watt. He's probably going to be there somewhere. Luke Kuechly, Bobby Wagner, Russell Wilson. Again, right now I'm just naming football players. In terms of who I think is going to be number one, well, personally I would like to see Tom Brady do it just because, he's already been number one 3 times. The first time it was back in 2010 and number one over the last 2 years. He'd be the first person to do it 3 years in a row. That'd be really something, although that's probably not going to be the case. Aaron Donald, if he doesn't get number one, I guarantee you he'll be in the top 5, for sure. But in terms of who I think will be number one overall, I gotta go with my homie. I gotta go with Pat Mahomes. I think he might actually be number one. I'd be stunned if here's the thing. It's gonna be weird. I'll be stunned if he isn't, but I'll also be stunned if he is. It's weird. I don't know. But yeah, Pat Mahomes is really good. Jeez. Who else do I think is going to be on the NFL Top 100? Again, I'm probably going to miss a whole bunch of people from a whole bunch of other teams, so forgive me if I, get anything wrong. Probably George Kittle from the Niners. Juju Smith-Schuster and James Conner from the Steelers. They might. Ben Roethlisberger is going to be on there somewhere, probably. Would not surprise me at all. I would like to see Matt Ryan on there because he actually had an MVP caliber season, but again, because the record didn't show it, no one really noticed. Which that happens. Julio Jones. Yeah, Julio Jones. He's arguably the best receiver in the NFL, so he'll probably be in the top 5 again. he's been like in the top 5 for like the last 2 years. Although, I don't know if he'll be number 1, but, it's... I mean, the closest I've ever seen Julio Jones go was like number 3 a couple years ago. So, there's that. Probably Richard Sherman, who's also in the Niners. Jared Goff, because, again, he was on that vaunted Rams team. Again, I was trying not to mention my Cowboys because, again, I don't want to show bias. I mean, obviously, I know that not everyone is going to be on the NFL top 100 for obvious reasons, but, that's just, how it works. Man, I'm on the verge of falling asleep, folks. Holy cow. I mean, maybe I'll take like a quick, cat nap before I get, the rest of my day started. I don't know. Although with the NFL Top 100 coming out and ending it right before the season begins, it does mean the football season is on the horizon. I do believe we have less than 7 weeks, which, here's the thing. I would like football season to start soon, but at the same time, that would require that summer ends. And yeah, I know summer's been hot, but since we complain more about how cold things are than how hot things are, I don't want summer to end. I don't know, it's a mixed bag. And I think that's the perfect iteration of what fall is. Just as fall is a mixture of, colors like red and orange and brown and yellow. Football season when it arrives is a mixed bag of it's great that it's still warm out. It's still technically summer. But winter's going to be here before we know it because football has just started. I don't know. I know it sounds silly. I know it sounds ridiculous. But, that is what we all tend to think from time to time. So, here's the hoping that, the 7 weeks go by at let's say, here's hoping that, it goes by not too fast. I still want to enjoy the warm weather, even though if you look outside right now, the weather doesn't really signify it's going to be a great day. It's actually nothing but, cumulus stratus clouds or whatever, so, gray skies. But, I don't really mind gray skies. Sometimes I really do enjoy the aesthetic of a gray sky. I do. It's just, I guess because clouds forming overhead is a natural phenomenon, it'd be easy for me to say it's only natural. But, yeah, there's that. Let's see. I don't really have much else to say on any matter, I guess. Man, I'm just drawing a blank everywhere I go. So, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is coming out in theaters this week. I definitely do plan on seeing that and talking about it, so, stay tuned for that. Outside of that, nothing, really. I guess you could say that my predictions for the NFL Top 100 is about the closest thing we'll get to NFL picks in general until the season starts. So, that should be fun. And, yeah. Don't really have much else to say or go on with. Again, I'm drawing a blank right now. I'm sorry, folks. I really am tired. I think we're gonna take a quick power nap or whatever, as early as it is. Although, I think one reason why I might be tired yesterday is because on Saturday when you saw me go in the water, I had water in my ear. I think I have swimmer's ear. Where if I move my jaw or whatever, ever so slightly or whatever, there's a pain in my ear, and I didn't do anything. I don't feel sick or Nothing. It's weird. I do not like it at all. But, I took some ibuprofen. Well, I am going to be taking some ibuprofen later on. So, yeah, I should feel better about that down the line. Yeah, I better just stop before I say anything embarrassing. Like, favorite, share, hit that subscribe button, follow me on social media platforms. Remember to turn on notifications. I am humbled I made this video for all you guys to watch. Enjoy for today. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Monday. And remember, if you guys want to talk, Chemo is going to be here to lend an ear. I'll always have your back. Take care and make good choices. As for good choices for me, I think I'm going to fall asleep right now. Okay, not really. It's weird. I'm tired, but I don't really. I'm tired enough where I want to fall asleep, but I have enough energy where I can't. Happy Monday, everybody. Goodness.